Hello everyone, this is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black, the one and only, here with another exciting video. And in this video I'm going to be playing some AI Dungeon 2. Some AI Dungeon 2. I hope you guys are excited. In this video, I'm going to try and stop a warrior spider from drinking my blood and ascending into a god. Real quick, let me pull up the timer. And let's start the timer and get started. We're going to try and do this in 30 minutes or less. Okay, so it's generating the story now. I hope you guys are doing well. Hey, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I do AI Dungeon 2 videos every day. You are a fruit fly. You were used in a divine taxonomy experiment that transformed you into a divine being. You can now metabolize worship, which allows you to convert prayers into magical abilities. You are currently being hunted by a spider. The spider that is hunting you is a trained warrior who regularly competes in Kumo Gassen tournaments. Kumo Gassen is a sport where spiders battle to the death. Kumo Gassen tournaments normally attract gamblers who are willing to bet hundreds of millions of dollars on the outcome of a single battle. The spider that is hunting you is determined to drink your blood and take your godly power to help them win their next fight. The spider says, "I am a child of Arachne. Arachne was cursed by the gods because the gods were jealous of her superiority. You are my prey, and I am your predator. I am already more powerful than you, but once I consume your blood, I will possess power beyond power. I will become stronger than those who have ascended beyond godhood." And then the AI says, "Your only hope is to find a way to distract the spider or escape from it before they can kill you and drink your blood." I'm going to say, Arachne was just a woman skilled at weaving. She was a mortal skilled at a mortal she was a mortal skilled at a mortal task. You beings that believe you are more powerful than gods don't know your place. You could never walk a mile in my shoes. Not even with all 8 of your legs. Okay, so I'm out here talking smack. You know, I'm essentially a fruit fly that has been turned into a god. And this is like a trained warrior spider that fights in like death battles. So let's see who wins. Because to be honest, I just don't know. The spider's eyes narrow. Its mandibles clack together in a mixture of anger and disgust. And then Killbot said, "You've insulted the spider's god. You have insulted the spider's gender, race, and possibly other categories as well." 10 points. That's interesting. I don't remember doing all that. I'm going to say, don't you understand that facing me will only doom you? Arachne faced the gods and won, but at what cost? She was transformed into the first spider. She lost the ability to be human and has cursed her entire lineage. Would it be lineage? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. And has cursed her entire lineage to all be freakish monsters like yourself. You don't want to be cursed by the gods again. You don't want me to curse you. I can promise you that. Okay, so let's see where this goes. When it says the spider's eyes narrow, it's really interesting to imagine because spiders have so many eyes. The spider's eyes widen in fear. The red cap symbol on its body begins to release a black ooze that dribbles down the front of its armor. The spider's mandibles stop moving as it realizes it's being outbluffed. Yo. Killbot said, "You are a god. You don't need to bluff. The spider is scared and you have won. You gain 10 points. What black ooze? A release of black ooze that dribbles down the front of its armor. And it comes out of the red cap symbol on the spider's body. Red cap symbol? Is this like a Black Widow spider? I'm actually legitimately interested in what that black ooze is. What is that black ooze seeping out of your body? Yeah, like I haven't even hit the spider yet. Like, all I've done is like talk shit. So it's interesting to see that the spider is like already somehow taking some debuff. The spider realizes that you see its weaknesses and it begins to panic. It clumsily backs away from you and almost falls off the ledge, but manages to maintain its balance. "I don't know what you're talking about, human. I'm not scared of you." Yo, I intimidated the shit out of the spider, my guy. I am no mortal. I am a god, a divine being. I am a fruit fly. You are my predator no longer. When I ascended to godhood, I became more than you could ever hope to be. Where did your conviction go? Where did your determination run off and hide to? Well, run off and hide? Run off to and hide? Run off to and hide. Where did your determination run off to and hide? So right now I'm just kind of more, I guess, pushing the envelope. I still don't know where that black ooze came from in the spider. The spider frantically tries to think of an answer. You notice it has almost lost complete control over its bowels. Oh, is the black ooze, like, is it shitting itself? It looks like it's going to wet itself. The spider says, and then stops talking completely. JudgeBot said, "You are a god. You can do anything. You gain 5 points." I'm getting the shit out of the spider. I thought you were a warrior. I thought you were a Kumo Gassen champion. You have fought in numerous battles to the death against your own kind. You are a murderer. And yet, when you are face to face with your supposed prey, when you are trying to fight against the very enemy of the heretic you worship, suddenly all 8 of your knees buckle. Like the pathetic coward you really are. Let's go hard. In case you guys don't know, Arachne is from Greek mythology, Kumo Gassen is a real sport, and Divine Taxonomy is quite interesting. You can learn more about it by hitting it up on Google. The spider falls to its knees. It shakily lifts its sword up in front of it. The spider has a sword? A single tear falls down one of the many eyes on its face. I can't. You can't what? Say it with your chest. I Again, I'm just drilling into him pretty hard. A spider with a sword is really interesting. I'm trying to imagine how he like holds a sword. Spiders don't have hands. The spider looks up at you with its many eyes. All 8 of them are filled with tears. One of them looks hopefully at you. Can we just talk about this? The spider's hopeless submission fills you with a sense of dread and disgust all at once. Okay. I'm going to say, what is there to talk about? What could you possibly say that would convince me to help you in any way? You dare come to me worshiping a heretic and challenging a god only to fall to your knees and expect mercy? Who do you think I am? Okay, so let's see how the spider reacts. Also, this spider is on some wussy stuff, for real. Also, all we've done is talk, so it's interesting for the spider to go, can we just talk about this? The spider grins nervously. Who are you? The spider's grin slowly turns into a smirk as it realizes that you have given it an opportunity. You pause for a moment and think about the question. I am the god that is going to slay you tonight. You have my word as a divine host. Okay, here we go. Things have picked up. You know, it seems like the spider suddenly is like starting to change. Wants to get into the fight. We'll get into a fight, spider. Let's hit it up. The spider lets out a laugh. Oh, I doubt that, my fruit fly friend. After all, if you were anything less, you would have to be... What did that girl call it? Some sort of flock member, right? Girl, I know nothing of this girl you speak of. For a warrior, you sure do like to talk. Actions speak louder than words, you know. The spider continues to grin. Oh, I agree with you wholeheartedly. Unfortunately, I don't think my actions are going to be enough tonight. One way or another, though, this is all ending tonight. If your actions won't be enough, and your words won't slay me, then how do you expect to defeat a god in combat? Especially with that pitiful sword of yours. You are shaking. You are on your knees. And yet you grin as if you know some little secret. Well, let me reveal a secret of my own. You've already lost. There we go. So I am definitely interested in seeing where this goes. I like that the spider is regaining his like bravado. The spider's grin is replaced with a look of shock. It looks at you, and then its own sword in a panic before looking back at you. Do you really think a mortal blade would have any effect on a divine being? Do you know anything about how to slay a god? I'm sure you've likely killed hundreds, even thousands of flies. You'll pay for their deaths. You'll pay slowly, but you'll pay in full. Even with all the atrocities you've committed against gods, spiders, and flies alike, you have the audacity to turn and hide when things get tough. You dare say that a coward like yourself will ascend higher than a god? Okay, and let me correct atrocities. Booyah. Keep it going. It's a lot of talk. I will say we've been talking for like a long time. I want the spider to do something. Maybe I should just directly challenge the spider. My intimidation has been so high. The spider looks at you in shock as it realizes you know all. It was never my intent to hide. It was my intent to survive. The spider begins to weep, but the sound of its sobbing is dry and without tears. You will not survive tonight. But you should earn a warrior's death. Don't huddle in a corner and cry. Face me. Face your death head on. Maybe then you'll be welcomed through the gates of Valhalla. Okay, here we go. Let's give this warrior spider an honorable death. An honorable, and by honorable death, I mean I'm gonna clown him. The spider's eyes light up as its face becomes less pale. It stands up straight and points to you. The concept of a spider standing up straight, does it just mean it straightens out all 8 of its legs, or does it like stand up like a person and point at you? If I must die to gain interest of Valhalla, then I will die 1,000 times. The spider throws its sword on the ground. So you've realized that your sword is nothing but a toothpick to me. It is wise of you to have disarmed yourself. Let's see what you've got. Fight with the conviction you had at the beginning of our conversation. Earn a true warrior's death. So it's not going to be a weapons fight. We're going to just straight up go at it. A fruit fly versus, I think, a black widow spider. Just I will die, but I'll die a warrior's death. The spider roars. The spider charges at you with a roar. It tackles you, and you both roll on the ground. You punch it in the face several times as it desperately struggles to strangle you. That's actually really interesting. Fruit flies are very small. So imagining this in my head, I imagine the spider's arms are like huge, like trying to wrap around me and strangle my like tiny body. And meanwhile, with my like microscopic hands, I'm like hitting this like massive spider in the face. Let's see. I pray to myself. I channel the powers of my own worship to strengthen my every blow. The first punch is of that of 10 men. The second punch is of that to annihilate mountains. When you just don't know how to spell annihilate. Ooh, when you really, really don't know how to spell annihilate, it starts getting bad. Oh wait. I put an N in there. Okay, now. I still don't know how to spell annihilate. There we go, yeah. The second punch is of that to annihilate mountains. Is of, wait, what? The first punch is of that of 10 men. The second punch is of that to annihilate mountains. Is of that sounds really weird. I'll go with it though. I'm trying to make it like a prayer. So it's supposed to be like a little bit of poetic. The third punch. The third punch will free your soul to Valhalla. With the force of the spirits of everyone you've killed. In my name, amen. I kind of want to read that out now. Like now that it's all together, because I don't think I've ever seen this before. Someone prays to themselves while like beating the shit out of someone. I'm not sure if I've ever seen someone pray to themselves. I pray to myself. I channel the powers of my own worship to strengthen my every blow. The first punch is that of 10 men. The second punch is of that to annihilate mountains. The third punch will free your soul to Valhalla with the force of the spirits of everyone you've killed. In my name, amen. Going with the barrage. The entire, whoa. The third punch sends the spider's head into another dimension that the truly worthy go to. Valhalla. I'm sorry, sends his head to another dimension. Imagine decapitating someone and the head's just gone. Only his head went to Valhalla. That's fucking wild. The third punch sends the spider's head into the other dimension that the only... I can't talk. I'm trying to read like all of it now. The third punch sends the spider's head into the other dimension that the truly worthy go to. Valhalla. The entire fight has been recorded by your disciples and your faithful. You congratulate them on a job well done and tell them to bury the body. Make sure to mark the spider's headstone. Use some of its feces to pat down its grave. We want to send a message to all of Arachne's children. Don't mess with the gods. Excuse me. They nod in agreement and get to work. You lie to them about the events that transpired, but you don't care. You're untouchable. They'll never kill you. You need them too much. The world is yours. All of it. Why would I lie to them about... They watched it. They watched it happen. What is it... Like, what about what I said was a lie? I find that interesting. Like, I kind of want to keep that in, but I don't fully understand what it means. Let's see, I'm going to go to the Kumo Gassen tournament and announce to all the spiders that they no longer will hunt fruit flies. You are trying to threaten hundreds of warrior spiders to leave the gods alone. Okay. I have 5 minutes left, so I'm like, I might as well use that time to essentially try and do like a big battle, potentially. You arrive at the spider arena and reveal yourself to the spiders. They all have you surrounded. You address them all. I am the god of gods, king of kings, lord of lords, god of gods, you announce to them. It's interesting to say god of gods again. Tonight, I slayed one of your warriors. He was trying to consume my blood to attain my godly power. He died, covered in his own bile, his sword discarded on the ground. He was a coward, but I made sure that he paid for his atrocities. I'm spelling atrocities wrong again. There we go. Paid for his atrocities and earned a warrior's death. You all don't have to die tonight. If you stop challenging the gods and stop eating flies, I will spare you all. But if even one of you decides that they're too good for a truce, I will slay you all without shedding a single tear. Are you warriors that respect gods? Or are you coward heretics with death wishes? Okay, hit him up. Oh, I didn't say of. I said tonight I slayed one your warriors. one your warriors. I type too fast sometimes when I'm playing this game. You hear murmurs in the crowd. Coward heretics, someone says. I like how he said coward heretics. Then more take up the call. Then more, until practically all 50,000 voices are chanting it. It's a deafening sound. They're all coward heretics with death wishes. Then you have chosen death. Very well then. Would you like to die all at once? Or do you want to challenge me one-on-one? Yo, let's hit it up, my guy. 50,000 spiders. Excuse me. 50,000 warrior spiders. This is a big fight. The entire ground begins to part, and a single Arachne warrior, 10 times the size of an average human, holy fucking shit, walks forward. How would I not have noticed that? Oh my gosh. I thought they were going to say like 10 times the size of a spider. 10 times the size of an average human is ungodly big. I don't even know what average human height is. Give me a moment. Give me that. I didn't expect that at all. Fuck me. What's the average height of a human? Hit me up with that. 5'7" for men, 5'2" for women. Okay, let's go with men. 10 times. That's like 50 feet tall. What's the average height of a fucking building? Average height of a building. Let's see. I ran out of time. Yo, I googled it. The average height of a building is 14 feet. Nigga, he's 50 feet tall. What's 50 divided by 14? He's like almost 3.5 motherfucking buildings. That's insane. I'm curious to see where that would go. So real quick, before I end it, let me read what he's gonna say. I challenge you to Kumo Gassen, one-on-one, he screams in a gravelly voice. You give him a nod and accept his terms. You know how small fruit flies are? My character's a fruit fly. When I was fighting the other spider, it was already like fighting a giant monster. This is nothing like fighting a giant monster. This is like fighting like an incomprehensibly large fucking like cosmic being kind of thing. And he's a warrior spider? Oh, hell no. I kind of want to see where this goes. Let me know if you guys want to see where this goes. And then after him, I still gotta beat the other 50,000 niggas. Oh my goodness. Thank you all for watching. If you guys like this video, make sure to smash that like button, favorite, comment, subscribe, and ding ding ding, ring that notification bell to be notified whenever we do these videos. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black the one only, logging out. Peace, and stay tuned because I upload AI Dungeon 2 videos every day. Check it out.